Hi everyone, Rosie here. Welcome back to my channel. Doing yet another screen recording video. Why do I keep doing these? They're a pain to edit, but I'm trying a new software this time, so hopefully it's going to make it go much smoother. You may have seen on the Instagrams, on YouTube, that there's this new site it's currently in beta testing, and it's basically hoping to take Goodreads, make it better, make it also not owned by Amazon. So I'm really interested in that. I love the book recording part of Goodreads. I love tracking what I read. I love setting a goal for myself. For me, that's something that's very beneficial. I love the community aspect. I love finding new books. But let's be real. The Goodreads site is problematic. It's poorly maintained. The search doesn't really work. Despite the fact that it's owned by Amazon and should therefore be able to get huge amounts of money, for some reason it's just not well kept up. It's not in good shape. Plus, there's the whole, it's owned by Amazon. They get all the advertising revenue from it. I'm not perfect. I'm not going to claim I've completely boycotted Amazon, but I am interested in reducing my Amazon usage where possible. So, I saw this new site. It's called the Storygraph. I've seen it a couple places. I think I saw it on Jean of Jean Bookish Thoughts. I think I saw it on her Instagram. And then a couple days ago when I'm recording this, a couple weeks ago when I'm uploading this, I don't know when exactly this is going to go up. At some point in the fairly recent past, Leanna of Leanna Norms did a whole video about this new website, Storygraph, and she actually talked to the founder, who sounds awesome. Anyway, I want to give it a go. I'm not ready to commit to abandoning Goodreads altogether. There's way too many people on there that I like interacting with. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to set up an account on this new one, and I'm going to run it in parallel for a while, see what I think, see if it works well. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to go through the account setting up process. It sounds like they have a cool quiz. I know you can import your Goodreads library. Hopefully that'll be fast for me because I don't want to film this across 2 days. But anyway, basically that's what we're doing. I thought it might be interesting to share that with you guys. So this is the site that you get to when you click on a beta tester link. And let's see where it goes. I want to sign up. Yes, I would like to receive exciting product updates, and yes, I'm interested in testing out new features. Not gonna lie, my nerdy little heart is sort of in love with the idea of being a beta tester on something like this. It sounds so dumb, but it sounds cool, and I'd like to be able to say if this does take off that I've been here from the start, so that would be cool. Yes, please, I would like to import my Goodreads data. Step 1, export my library. Okay, so I've exported my library. I've got a file here. Can I just drag it? Yes. Import my Goodreads library. Okay, so apparently they're going to email me once that's done. I heard most of my information, to be clear, is from Leanna's video, which I will link down below in case you're interested in watching that, because she went in way more depth than I'm going to. But apparently it can take up to 24 hours to import your Goodreads library, but she said it happened in 10 minutes for her, so we'll see which is the case for me. And now the part that I am super excited about is doing the survey. I really like surveys, especially about books. That's pretty cool. Choose your 5 favorite genres. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. What are my 5 favorite genres? I don't know, there's so many. I really like history. Ooh, I love short stories. I do like economics. As much as I don't read about it for fun a huge amount because it's what I do for work all day, I do enjoy reading about economics as well. Then, let's say science fiction, and do we have fantasy as an option? I think I prefer magical realism to full-on fantasy, so we're going to go with that. I'm choosing history, short stories, economics, science fiction, magical realism. Which of these 3 characteristics do you appreciate most in books right now? So this is really cool. This is so hard. In a good way, but so hard. Like, I want all of these. Okay, high quality writing. That's pretty big for me. I'm not someone who can power through writing that I don't enjoy if the plot's good. I want it to be well written. I have been really enjoying more character stuff, so let's say character driven. For now, let's also say plot heavy, because a lot of these, like, I like realistic real world settings, but I also like strong world building / otherworldly. Like, I like both of those, so I don't want to choose one. Are there any genres you don't like, aren't interested in reading right now? Choose as many as you would like. I love this. I have no interest in books about business. Not really interested in books about video games. Not really interested in true crime. Probably driving away like half of my audience right now. Not really interested in thrillers. Tech, no. Sports, no. Okay, I'm not really interested in middle grade. A lot of these, like, for example, like, nature or mystery or music, like, I'm not explicitly interested in reading about that, but I'm also not opposed to reading about that. So, I don't like dystopian. I'm way too anxious, and dystopian stuff just freaks me out and makes me stressed. Not really into children's books. Okay, let's choose that. Which of these 3 things, if any, turn you off books the most right now? I don't like unlikable characters. I'm okay with characters who aren't perfect. I don't need to love the character, but I don't like it when they're just awful. I'm not into gory horror or violence, and I'm not into poor writing. Also, flat characters and a predictable plot. Oh, I can only pick 3. Okay, well, I'm going with these 3. I'm okay with flat characters, but if I really hate them, it's just like, I don't want to read this book. Okay, complete this sentence. I am never / rarely in the mood for books that are... I don't like tense books. Sad is hard because I'm not usually in the mood for sad books, but sometimes I think books that I like would be described as sad, so that might be my perspective. I'm not... Like, same thing with dark. Like, a lot of these I'm like, they're not things I like, but I think that comes down to the individual book, not the whole, like, I don't like any dark books. It's just, it has to be the right dark book for me. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to say tense for now. So I'm going to submit my answers. Ooh, and yes, I would like to tell them a bit more about the types of books I like to read. What do I like? There's so many things. I'm like, I read such a variety of stuff, honestly, that I find it hard to say, like, ooh, these are the things I like to read. Because I'm like, well, it's not that I like to read in-depth, beautifully written character studies of African American people in the first half of the 20th century. It's that I like Toni Morrison. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard to say, like, oh, I like this thing as a trope. But I'm going to think on this and I'll tell you what I get. So I've come up with a bit of a list. It's not that long, but for now I like books about LGBTQ plus groups. I like own voices. I like female authors. I like history. I like microhistory. I like BIPOC authors. I like cozy mysteries. I like short stories, well-written characters and complex characters. I wasn't sure which one would cover what I was thinking best. And then informative and funny. So that's what I've got for now. Oh, hey, I think it's imported by Goodreads because it's got my current reads. I'm currently reading All the Light We Cannot See and The Hobbit. I know, only 2 right now. It'll have recommendations for me soon. Ooh, it's recommending things from my to-read pile, which, that's cool. And then new on the Storygraph. I guess let's browse all books. Let's see what happens. Oh, filter all. Okay, so this is cool. You can be like, hey, what am I in the mood for? Let's say I am in the mood for mysterious, lighthearted, and not mysterious and funny. I think that's a good selection. Let's say all the selected mood. I want a funny mystery. Medium or fast-paced type fiction. Include any genres. Let's say any page length. And filter. Okay, so already getting into stuff that I have never heard of. We've got a fiction, contemporary mystery, romance. We've got dark, funny, mysterious, fast paced. So dark, not usually my thing, but could be cool. Heart Tales. Funny, lighthearted, mysterious, medium paced. Okay, so this is really interesting. I'm going to have fun with this at some point. But another thing I've wanted to check out with this site is the graphs. So I think this is how I do this. I mainly read fiction books that are adventurous, informative, and mysterious. Interesting. Would not have pegged myself that way. The mysterious might be driven by the fact that I have read a bunch of Agatha Christie and a bunch of Franny Fisher murder mysteries, so that might be skewing that a bit because I've read a whole lot of those, but let's see my reading stats. Okay, so this is for 2020. Let's look at 2019 because that was a whole year. Okay, so I read mostly informative, mysterious, yeah, that's got to be the Agatha Christie's. Emotional, funny, adventurous, what are my small ones? I don't read much hopeful stuff apparently, or much tense, so that's cool. Pace, actually pretty evenly split. That's interesting. I thought my pace was going to lean way more towards the medium and the fast, but actually it's almost perfectly in thirds. This was as I expected. I read mostly shorter books, over half under 300 pages, the rest in that 300 to 500, and only 2 500 plus page books in 2019. So I don't know if I want to say that's something I want to focus on reading more of or not, because honestly, I like the books that I read. I like to read long books, but I read them over the span of like a month. I'm not interested in trying to jam a whole bunch in, so that's fine. Huh, okay. I thought this was going to be skewed much more towards fiction than it was, because I don't feel like I read as much nonfiction. But okay, this is also missing stuff. I've heard that that's a bit of a thing, because I know that on Goodreads last year, I've got 62 books read, but I'm only logging 40 books here. So that's interesting. I might have to investigate that, but that's interesting. I love these graphs. I'm going to have so much fun with them going forward. Then, ooh, let's look at my reading preferences now. Okay, these are the ones for my answers, so we don't need to look at my current reading. Okay, it's clearly missing some of the books I've read. So it's got me at 58 books this year, but I know that this morning I logged book 61, so I might have to add a couple manually. But this is really cool. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this. I'm going to continue to play with it. I might pop on at another point and let you know more, but so far I'm really interested. Something I really want to do is work on my TBR, because as you know, if you saw my TBR videos, which they will be in whichever corner is appropriate, I don't know. My TBR is not really in Goodreads. I've got apparently 286 books on my TBR in Goodreads, but I think that's a lot of older books. So I'd like to go through and make maybe a TBR of books that I own and a TBR of books that I don't own, and maybe use this to like find books in my TBR a bit, because that could be really cool. One of the features that I don't see yet, maybe I should go to my, what's this? Yeah, here's my profile. I think from what I've heard, there is an option to put did not finish or remove book altogether, which is something that's always really bugged me about Goodreads. It's sort of like there's no pile to be like, hey, I tried this and I did not finish it. I would really like that. So that's something I will have to play with. But yeah, I feel like this could be really positive. I'm really excited about giving it a go. And it looks so nice. Like everything is so clean and crisp and like modern looking, which obviously shouldn't make a difference. Like, we know it does. Ooh, let's try the search, because that's something else that bugs me with Goodreads so much. The search is so bad. So, of course, now that I go to think I should try a search, I cannot think of a single book title on earth. But I'm going to read Soulless by Gail Carriger later, so let's see if I... Okay, we don't have any predictive type yet. But this is still a beta version, so it won't have all of their features. Okay, the books it's bringing up are definitely called soulless, so that's good. This is maybe a bad one to choose because there's a lot, but like it's in the top. It's not 3 pages down below a whole bunch of things not even called soulless. So that's promising. I don't really know where I'm going with this. It's a very like impromptu video for me. Alright, so I'm gonna leave this here. No idea how this video is gonna turn out. It's been incredibly unscripted and unplanned, which is unlike me, but I thought it'd be cool. Give it a try. Share what I think. Maybe I'll keep you posted on how I get on with the Storygraph because, like I said, I think it's going to be really cool and I'm really excited about it. But yeah, are you interested? Will you join me in giving it a go? Let me know down below if you make an account. And like, I don't know if there's the ability to have friends yet. I'm not sure if that's something that's been built in or not, because it is still in testing and like they're still adding features all the time. But if trying things out and suggesting new features and stuff sounds like something that's interesting to you, I think you should give it a go. I'm obviously not like collaborating with them or anything. I'm far too small for that. But like I said, I'm going to link Lena's video in the down below. And in her video, there's a link to sign up. But I think anyone can sign up as a beta tester. I don't know. I'll link the site up down below as well. And yeah, if you're interested, give it a go. Let me know. I don't have much else to say than that. This has been a kind of random little video, I think. But if you've enjoyed it, please hit the like button. If you're interested in seeing more about books and talking about books and stuff, I guess, please hit the subscribe button. And thank you for watching.